कुंज बिहार
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी
गोपी जना भलवा गिरिवरधारी
जय
गोपी जना भलवा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदना व्रज जनरंजना यशोदनंदना व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरावन चारी
तीरा वनचारी
यमुना तीरावन चारी
यमुना तीरा वनचारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
जय
कुंज बिहारी
गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन
वल्लभ
गिरिवरधारी
गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ यशोदनंदना व्रज जनरंजना
यशोदानंद
व्रज जनरंजना
यमुना तेरा वनचारी
जय
तेरा तेरा वनचारी
वनचारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण
हरे
कृष्ण
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 हरे
हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
राम
हरे
हरे
राम
राम राम
हरे राम
हरे
हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण
कृष्ण
हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे जय राधा माधव श्री राधे
जय राधा माधव राधा माधव श्री राधे
जय राधा गोपीनाथ श्री राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ Radha Gopinata Sri Radhe. Jai Radha Madana Mohan, Radha Madana Mohan Sri Radhe. Jai Radha Madana Mohan, Radha Madana Mohan Sri Radhe. Jai Radha Shama Sundar, Radha Shama Sundar Sri Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Maong Vishnu Padai, Krishna Prasthai Bhutale, Shrimati Gopal Krishna Goswami iti namini. Prabhupadasya Sahityam Yapakasha Bhitiracha Pracharan Kirmanshalu Bhagatpate Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Kadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Sijuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakamvitam Scha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namustate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So as we
Hare
mentioned
Krishna.
earlier,
Dandavad.
Dandavat Pranams.
Maharaj, I'm sorry. So I'm at New Temple programs, but Madhu Krishna Prabhu, he'll be sharing screen and we have to dress deities. There is like 3 days of programs. So I think Advaita Share Prabhu, myself,
You'll be
will be
going
busy. Yeah, no, I'm already at New Temple. We have few services, 3-day program, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I can give you tour of the temple quickly, but right now it's raining. So, but I can do that later if rain stops.
It's raining there.
Yes,
God's mercy is showering all upon you.
Heavy shower.
Heavy mercy.
Heavy mercy
Yes.
coming from the Lord.
Yes.
Yes, Guru Maharaj is preparing some statement, and once he does it, and I will share it with all of you too. And he's
Mhm.
making some video from what I hear.
For the opening or for
For
the
new
for
temple,
brothers?
for new temple, yes.
For the new
offering.
temple. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
So,
I met some of you also in Brindavan recently. Mm-mm. It's good to see you, some of you.
okay,
Um,
I will. Sorry, excuse me. I'll mute myself then.
I would like to give you like a report because I met Guru Maharaj yesterday morning, and I was with him in Shida for a couple of weeks or so. And unfortunately, he had a little accident. Well, I said little because it was not that serious, life-threatening. He had a cut on his head over here. It's about 6 stitches because he was trying to go to the washroom in the morning, like prasadam time. And I asked him what happened. He said they went for prasadam. So I'm not sure if there was any devotee there tending him or all of them went for prasadam. So now they want to be sure at least 2 devotees are with him all around the clock, all the time. Let's see. Let's hope that that is also being followed. Because Guru Maharaj, when I met him yesterday, or the night before, he called me. He asked me, "Where are you?" So I told him I'm in Vrindavan. And he was being emotional. He was trying to say something, but then he was not able to say it. And then he will speak, but then the volume will go down, 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 like this. So I asked him, Guru Maharaj, are you okay? Is everything all right? And he says, yes, I'm okay. Everything is fine. So I asked him, so why are you being like this? He said, oh, I had a dream. I had a dream. So nevertheless, I was not able to understand what he's saying. So he told me, you please come to Delhi. So I asked him, shall I come now? That was around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Because if he told me come, I will come immediately. But I told him also that I'm going to Dwarka, so I will go see you tomorrow. So I went to see him 10 o'clock. And he was lying down on the bed, having his nebulizer. And he seems to be a little weak. You know, 2 devotees need to lift him or arrange for him. He was able to walk to the washroom, but there's always one devotee with him. Then I spoke with him, and yes, he's just being emotional for some reason. Not really that serious, nothing wrong with him. And then he told me that he wanted me to spend some time in Delhi area, managerially, and to see that, because he was thinking that maybe he has to give up also initiation. Stop giving initiation. Many, if not, at least Japatak Swami also will be stopping to give initiation soon. This could be the last. He's coming in Vrindavan for Yatra. They'll doing this yearly Yatra after Gaur Purnima. So this could be the last initiation in Vrindavan that he will give. And also in Mayapur. And Guru Maharaj was thinking also about that, he told me. However, let's see if that's going to happen. And he's coming to America. That is a big question, isn't it? He would want to come, but then will his health allow it? Because it's a very tedious, you have to, for us to go travel, crossing the Atlantic or the ocean, Pacific Ocean by plane, is not so easy also. So just to let you know, a head start. But I told him, if you come, then maybe you come August 14 so that we can celebrate again like what we did last year. All of the God brothers and God sisters, your disciples, can also come in Baltimore because we had a successful program last year. And he didn't say much after that. Also, his green card is fast approaching to be extended. So he was thinking maybe he'll just get a 10-year visa because he doesn't stay extensively in America, North America anyway. I'm just letting you know this just in case. He's turning 80 years this year, 80 years old. That means he's already past old age. Prabhupada says old age starts at 70. So, and 80 years old, especially the traveling that he did, that means he needs a lot of strength to do that. And since most of us are still young, if he's not able to come, maybe you can make it, try to make it to come to India. Since 80th Vyasa Puja only happens once. And if you're not able to make it for his Vyasa Puja, let's say he's not able to come to North America. If he's going to North America, I don't think he'll be able to travel like the way he did last year. Advaita Acharya Prabhu can attest to that. It's not so easy.
Yes, Maharaj. I think I also spoke to him 3-4 days ago. And he mentioned same thing about that he's giving up the green card. And I said, Guru Maharaj, what about coming to here? And he says, yeah, I can get 10 years visa. So I said, if you get the visa, I think you should come on August 14. He says, yes, we'll see, based upon the health. My understanding about Guru Maharaj, I think I spoke to him. I said, you need to see the neurologist and need to some adjustment of the medications because it can help to get more strength by adjusting the medication. So he's, I think, going to look into that and hopefully he can feel a little bit more strength. I think he's able to stand and walk, but he's getting out from chair, getting up from the bed. It's a very difficult task.
Yeah.
And that can also cause more. But he's heart-wise, he's a lot better than expected.
Mm-mm.
Just got the report from the hospital, and his pumping capacity of the heart is better than last year, and his blood report, everything is normal.
Mm-mm.
So there's no reasons for me to really understand why he's so weak. I think that's why they need to focus more on some medications to adjustment.
Mm-mm.
And yes, I think when he speaks, sometimes we can hear nicely, but sometimes now his voice getting so weak, so it's a little difficult to understand also. So yes, overall, I think his health is definitely declining in a sense, but his mind is strong and his defense
Mhm.
is strong. So I mean, we have feelings that he will at least come on August here.
Mm-mm.
We'll see
Mm-mm.
how he does in next few months. Um, and about the falls and all these things, I've also mentioned that Guru Maharaj, you should use now wheelchair regularly, and he's still not really accepting that thought. He still wants to do some struggle that he's doing. But that's
Yeah.
another thing that I mentions to him, and hopefully he can utilize more wheelchair so there's less frequency of falling, because balance is balance. So
Mm-mm.
hopefully Guru Maharaj will, I'm sure he's thinking and considering a lot of things in his mind, and I'm sure he's going to reveal to you or his confidential servants, and
Mm.
hopefully get information through you.
Yes. I also suggested to Guru Maharaj that he doesn't need to offer obeisances. You can
Yes,
just hold your hands like this, and everyone can understand that, yes, that is the most practical for you to do, because whenever he'll offer obeisances, it may not be full obeisances, like dandavat, like a stick. It still need to be lifted up, either one or two devotees to lift him up. So I was thinking also, see, Guru Maharaj, this is his like, as you said, his mind, his consciousness is super
super.
Krishna conscious. This is just like his lila now for us to, showing how we should be sincere, we should push ourselves, we should be as Krishna conscious as much as possible, even though it will happen to us also one day that our health will not be that strong. And still, Guru Maharaj is showing us the example that it's not stopping him anything for anything. He's a real acharya by his example in that way, showing us. And he's being emotional. I'm sure he's like deep inside is so much. There's so much love overflowing, because when one is emotional, especially in Krishna consciousness, the love there, the compassion, the kindness, all the 26 qualities of pure devotee is overflowing. Mercy, everything. We just don't have that idea. And he's that stage, on that stage now in his age and his in Krishna consciousness, that, is super Krishna conscious now. It's hard to explain, because sometimes we can be emotional also, because of our realization in Krishna consciousness or our concern about others. But now, Guru Maharaj was telling me, I don't want to show this to others because they will not understand me. He was telling me, no, this is, I don't want to show this to others. But when he called me, I was like, almost like, you know, being emotional also at the same time. Guru Maharaj somehow, he has so much love to all of us, so we should reciprocate. How can we reciprocate? By becoming sincere, by chanting more our rounds attentively without any offenses, trying also our very best according to our ability, capacity, our experience to share Krishna consciousness to others. It says one cannot repay one's debt towards a spiritual master from being saved, from him saving us from this miserable condition of life. And the only way how we can repay back, we can try by also helping others and showing example for others, being sincere, good disciple of our Guru Maharaj. Because when others see us in that way, it reflects on our Guru Maharaj also. That having a good disciple, a good disciple setting a good example, it reflects back to the spiritual master. And in this way, they make advancement also. We make advancement by trying our best and others seeing us and then glorifying our Guru Maharaj. They also make advancement in that way. I know many of you are very, very sincere. But for others, he asked me also, so who's coming to your monthly class? He asked me yesterday only also, because I told him we were going to meet today, Saturday. So I told him, not many, but a few. But I'm sure you know who they are, because he knows. He just want to make sure. I didn't mention any names, but I would like to request the Yatra leaders or even those devotees who may not have some position as Yatra leaders, try to reach out to our God brothers, reach out to those who needed to be here. Because this is the only way how we can have Sangha association. This will make us strong. A person who is having problems in Krishna consciousness needs help. And who else will help them? Fellow devotees only can help them. So it's always good to remind them, encourage them, and ultimately it's up to them to show up or be part of this Sangha that we're having once a month. And Guru Maharaj is very happy that many of us are continuously doing this. And you have also like regular reading of the glory of India. So that is very encouraging for him also. Hopefully many of you also joining Gopal Hari and others in the reading. I started also now to have programs with our God brothers and God sisters in Mauritius, South Africa, and also UAE. I saw the name of Hansa Gokul here. I think that Hansa Gokul is none other than our, Himangshu. Himangshu, that is his first name, because I gave him the link of this also. So future-wise, I will be having programs with them like monthly basis. Okay, that is my report.
Very nice report, Maharaj. Also, you can suggest Guru Maharaj that you can create a little, what you call, zone or group, and Guru Maharaj give some leaders can, just like you doing this Zoom meeting, maybe you can also part in other Zoom, like other part of the other countries also. And make sure that all disciples get connected to some group. And Guru Maharaj gives just a darshan for 5 minutes from his room. One by
Sure.
one. This month, this week maybe my turn, next week maybe another group, next week. And if you can do 5 minutes, it will be very tremendously helpful to all the disciples. Guru Maharaj also has desire that all his God brothers, all his disciples, at least we God brothers, sisters, have good association with each other. I think sometimes there is a, what you call, some divisions or conflict that needs to go away, because Guru Maharaj has desire that everyone is connected together and part of this ISKCON.
Definitely. Definitely. This is the time of the hour of need now, that we have to be tightly knit. The bondage becomes strong as much as possible, especially Guru Maharaj's help. And as he mentioned many times, if we want to pray for his help, the best thing is we chant our rounds sincerely, attentively, without any offenses. See, nowadays, during Prabhupada's time, when Prabhupada was very sick, he asked devotees all over the world to have kirtan, to chant. And he also taught the Nisinga prayers. Nowadays, the way how they do it, which is also all right, it's fine, is have yagya, especially for the protection and health of one's spiritual master. The disciples would do that. Many yagyas, especially I was in Mayapur, and they perform Mahayagya. Mahayagya. It was early in the morning, around 5:45 till 6:45 for 1 hour. So many mantras were chanted for the protection also of our society. So, yes, we can pray to Lord Nrsimhadev for our Guru Maharaj's help, to have him to be with us for many more years to come. And ultimately, we chant our rounds attentively, without any offenses. We should try that. Okay? Yes. You are having 3 days inauguration of the new temple in Washington, D.C. We wish you all success and wonderful program. The Temple of Vedic Planetarium will be inaugurated now they adjusted the date again, 2026. We were there for the opening of the Nrsimhadev Temple, that wing of the OVP, and all the deities will be moved all together. Lord Nrsimhadev was not relocated, no. And it'll be a 3 months program.
Not
Okay,
3 days.
yours is 3 days.
Yes.
So that will be 3 months. And they have a scheme that they will offer to the Lord all the deities, Panchatattva, Prahlad Nrsimha, Radha Madhava, and the Astasakis, every 3 days, new outfit. So for 3 months, how many outfits is that?
31.
31.
30.
30 outfits. So just in case, if you have an interest to get the mercy of the Lord, you can sponsor or you can give just to help, because that will be the grand temple, the temple of Vedic planetarium. Srila Prabhupada envisioned that. And in that letter that was sent, it was so beautiful. Did you read that letter about Guru Maharaj was being commissioned by Srila Prabhupada to help Mayapur temple? Did you read that letter? Who sent that letter? It was so nice. Prabhupada was telling Guru Maharaj, oh yes, you should find a work in the city, like either India, like Mumbai, Delhi, or Calcutta, because without going to a big city, you will not get a good job. That is so amazing. And when I read that in the morning, I was reading it with two devotees. I also became so emotional. Prabhupada was telling him, oh yes, you should dress like a gentleman. Yeah. And yes, your proposal to have some kind of business, that is good idea. And then Prabhupada says, your business is my business. And that business is book distribution. Just like Vaisheshika Prabhu says, our family business, book distribution. It was so nice letter. It's so amazing. This is should be a good example for all of our grihastas and also the youths. Yeah, that Krishna consciousness can be also practiced. One devotee, grihasta devotee, asked me this afternoon, what is the chance of the grihasta to go back home, back to Godhead? What is the chance? I says 100%. Don't think that only the brahmacharis or sannyasis will go back home, back to Godhead. Grihastas also, provided that they also follow the same instructions coming from Srila Prabhupada or Guru Maharaj, Guru Parampara. We all go back home, back to Godhead in that way. It's not a disqualification or 50% that grihastas will go back home, back to Godhead. I was going to say 50%, but I don't want to discourage. So I said 100%, and which is true. Grihastas means you have license for sense enjoyment, but that can be overwhelming for others. That 50%. Everyone will go back home, back to Godhead, provided they chant their rounds properly and follow the program chalked out by the previous acharyas and our spiritual master. Okay? So we can read now? Read a little bit. Huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
Maharaj, I will share the document. Does anyone know? I was in India last time. Anyone know where we left off?
Yeah, I think Prabhu, we were both in India. Think where I showed you in introduction, that is probably pretty accurate. I think
I think it'll take us many lifetimes to finish the Bhagavad Gita here.
that's good. Guru Maharaj wanted us to read Bhagavad Gita.
We're still in introduction, which is good, yeah.
Well,
So,
Guru Maharaj specifically told us to read Bhagavad Gita. He said, you start with Bhagavad Gita.
What is the use of reading other books Prabhupada wrote and we cannot understand Bhagavad Gita, right? I read Bhagavad Gita every day. Any of you read Bhagavad Gita every day? Raise your hands. Looks like everyone's reading Bhagavad. Oh yeah, Gita Mataji reads Bhagavad Gita every day. That's her name. Gita Dasi. Gita Devi Dasi, right? Servant of the Bhagavad Gita. Yes, very good, very good. Okay, so where we start here.
Is it modern man? Is that where we left off?
Okay, we can.
Yeah, that's good, Prabhu. That's good.
Modern man has struggled very hard to reach the moon, but he has not tried very hard to elevate himself spiritually. If one has 50 years of life ahead of him, he should engage that brief time in cultivating this practice of remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This practice is the devotional process. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Bandhanam Dashyam Shakyam Atma Nivedanam. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 5, Text 23. In the whole of Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada gave the most extensive purport here in this prayers or this statement of Prahlad Maharaj. When Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad Maharaj, what have you learned from the school today? And this was his reply. And this was the one that made Hiranyakashipu so angry that he pushed Prahlad Maharaj. These 9 processes, of which the easiest is Shravanam, hearing the Bhagavad Gita from the realized person, will turn one to the thought of the Supreme Being. This will lead to remembering the Supreme Lord and will enable one, upon leaving the body, to attain a spiritual body which is just fit for association with the Supreme Lord. So out of the 9 processes, the main one, Prabhupada says here, the easiest is Shravanam, hearing. And as Prabhupada says, because I'm good in chanting, or I'm good on hearing, then I'm good also in Kirtanam, which is the Yuga Dharma. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came 500 years ago. He comes in one day of Lord Brahma only, 4.3 billion years. That means that's a long time. And Kali Yuga, every Kali Yuga, the Yuga Dharma in the age of Kali is the Harirnam, Harirnam, Harirnam Ekivalam. The only way, the only way, the only way. There's no other way, there's no other way, there's no other way. And it is the best way. Kirtanam. Now in Kirtanam also, that includes also chanting of the japa. Because our main bhajan, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, our main bhajan is japa. It's like the 6 Goswamis, they will chant specific number of rounds every day. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will not take prasadam if he's been invited by a brahmana. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would want to make sure that they are lakpati, not in rupees, but lakpati in chanting the holy name of the Lord. That means 64 rounds. And Srila Prabhupada was so kind, knowingly that in the West, or in Kali Yuga, the mind is so flickering, chanchala. He gave us an ultimatum of 16 rounds. And even that 16 rounds, we find it very difficult to chant attentively, without any distraction, without any interruption. This is one of the main, it is the main offense. The root cause of offenses in chanting is inattentiveness. And I was reading the other day, that means disruption. Disruption, that means it's interrupted. When we chant, we should just chant. Don't think of anything else. Don't do anything else. That you're chanting with your right hand and then you have another item or another thing in your left hand. That one will distract us. from chanting continuously and attentively. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came. That's one of the reasons, main reasons, external reasons to propagate the Yuga Dharma, the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Of all the 9 processes, the most important is the Kirtanam, the chanting. And it can be done through japa, sankirtan, or manasa, through the mind. One can chant through the mind. And we're not in that category like Haridas Thakur or very advanced devotees that they chant through the mind. That means they are in topmost level of bhakti. And Haridas Thakur, he will divide his japa in that way, or chanting the holy name of the Lord. 1/3 is japa, the 2/3 is through kirtanam, because you've seen him also is with the Lord Nityananda Prabhu. He'll go preach. And the last 1/3 part is through manasa. So chanting is the most important for us. We should prioritize that as much as possible. Prabhupada says one can chant, finish his rounds if you chant 4 rounds in between meals and before going to work. Before breakfast, 4 rounds. Before lunch, 4 rounds. And before dinner, 4 rounds, 12 rounds. And then the other 4 rounds in between. One can finish one's rounds if it's not able to do it in one sitting. But that is the best. Our Guru Maharaj says that is the best way, is to chant in one sitting. But because of your busy schedule, that is very difficult to do. Unless you get up real early. But that is very difficult also to do. So one of the main reasons, also external reasons, why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago is because of Lord Krishna. He was not able to give love of God in an extended time because his pastimes in this earthly planet 5,000 years ago was only for 125 years. And he told the conclusion of the teachings to Arjuna is to surrender, become my devotee. But Lord Krishna did not tell us how to become a devotee in Kali Yuga. The surrendering process, he says, yeah, give up everything, just surrender unto me. Do not worry, I will protect you. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he propagated the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And as Srila Prabhupada says, this will be the golden age, Yuga Dharma, for the next 10,000 years. Then after that, no more Haribol, Haribol. No more chanting. It'll be very difficult. It's too much chaotic. Kali Yuga will be in, it's not even, like 427,000 years to go, but within that 10,000 years is the golden age. So we better take advantage of this golden age, because past beyond that, Kali Yuga is so rampant. It'll be so chaotic. We can see it right now. We can see it right now. So many wars. Just recently in Russia, there was a bomb exploded in a concert hall and over 100 people died. War everywhere, famine everywhere, hunger everywhere. So we have to make it in such a way that we become serious in our practice of Krishna consciousness. Yeah. So another reason, the main reason, external reason, is that calling of Sri Advaita Acharya Prabhu. He was begging the Lord to come because even 500 years ago, there were many irreligious practices. In the name of religion, they're saying they're doing religious activities, but it is not. It's irreligion. Smarta Brahmanas, those who are saying they're Brahmanas by name, but in practice they're not Brahmanas. They're doing many, many nonsense things in those days. Even they will have a wedding of a dog to be the wife of a man in those days. And even nowadays, they're still doing it. This is in West Bengal anyway, and not all over India. So the Advaita Acharya, who is none different than Sadashiva and Mahavishnu, he could have saved the entire world or the universe by himself. But no, he begged the Lord to please come to save our miserable condition of life. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came. But in Chana, Chana means he is concealed, he is hidden. Because he doesn't want to be identified with pseudo spiritualists who claim that they are God. There is nowhere in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that he proclaimed he is God, but he showed his supremacy to very few in the Mahaprakasha Lila. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came in that way to also to propagate the Yuga Dharma. And every Kali Yuga, the Dharma is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. But our Yuga is very special. The Lord came specially. It says in Chaitanya Charitamrita that one who does not practice bhakti, he cannot show others and tell others about bhakti. There's so many academicians, so many learned personalities in academic section, but they don't practice. They may know Bhagavad Gita inside and out. They can chant the slokas, 700 slokas, but they don't practice. So it is ineffective. It doesn't purify one's heart. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than the Supreme Lord, Krishna. Moreover, is the combined form of two personalities, Radha, Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came not in the mood of God, but in the mood of a devotee to show us how to become a devotee. In the mood of Srimati Radharani, who is the topmost devotee, who is none other than the Hladini Shakti, the pleasure-giving potency of the Supreme Lord. Krishna is the energetic, and Radharani is the energy. She's the one who can please Krishna the most. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna, but he came in the mood of Srimati Radharani to tell us how to be a devotee. How merciful the Lord is. He didn't give us puzzled. He didn't give us like, okay, be a devotee, surrender. But how to surrender? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed us just by simply chanting the holy name of the Lord. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra means one is surrender, but it has to be done again with utmost sincerity. Then the full surrender will come, will manifest. Okay, the Lord further says, Abhyasa yoga yuktena cetasa nanyaghamina paramang purusang divyang yati partanut chintayan. He who meditates on me as a supreme personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path, he, O Arjuna, is sure to reach me. This is not a very difficult process. However, one must learn it from an experienced person. Tad vigyanartam sa gurung iba vigachet. One must approach a person who is already in the practice. The mind is always flying to this and that, but one must practice concentrating the mind always on the form of the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, or on the sound of his name. The mind is naturally restless, going hither and thither, but it can rest in the sound vibration of Krishna. One must thus meditate on Paramang Purusham, the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the spiritual kingdom, the spiritual sky, and thus attain him. The ways and the means for ultimate realization, ultimate attainment are stated in the Bhagavad Gita, and the doors of this knowledge are open for everyone. No one is barred out. All classes of men can approach Lord Krishna by thinking of him, for hearing and thinking of him are possible for everyone. As Srila Prabhupada says, there is no difference between the teachings of Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The mind, there is no time that it will be blank, or there is no time that the mind will not think of anything. And we have experience of that, all of us, even while we are sleeping, we dream. The mind is always working. The body may be resting, the mind may be resting also, but usually the mind is always fully awake. Especially a Krishna conscious person, his mind is always making plans how to serve the Lord and his devotees. And when if our mind is going here and there, the Prabhupada says there's no way that we can control the mind. It's not possible. The only way how we can control the mind is by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I know one devotee is always chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra all the time, even without the bead bag, even without his japa. Silently though, not like loud that it'll disturb others. He will be chanting all the time. So in this way, as Prabhupada says, don't give, there should be no gap. The mind should not have a gap that Maya can enter. Don't leave a gap that Maya can enter. That means we have to also practically performing devotional service in a practical way. Just like we've told this story of one devotee, he was cooking for the deities in the early days of Krishna Balaram Mandir, and Prabhupada heard him singing very sweetly Bengali melody. And then he asked, who is this devotee who is chanting? And the disciple told Prabhupada, oh, is your disciple. And cooking the sweets. He's cooking also Rajbog. And he said, Prabhupada says, oh, he's very much engaged in cooking. And also he's chanting very nicely, very melodiously. He doesn't have to chant his rounds. He is the only devotee that Prabhupada says he doesn't have to chant his rounds. But no, we cannot do that. We have to do practical service, and we also have to chant our rounds properly. Then our mind can be thinking of Krishna. The mind is our worst enemy, and also can be our worst enemy, and can be also our best friend, greatest enemy and our best friend. So the mind is naturally like this, restless, chanchala. And there's no other way how we can control it. We can control the mind through the sound vibration of his name, fame, form, qualities, and pastimes. We have to train our mind in this way. It's a little difficult, especially in the West. That's why Prabhupada says, from time to time, you come to India, come to the land of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, come to the land of Lord Krishna, come to the land of Jagannath. So in this way, the ultimate realization can be realized, will be realized. Okay. Is there any questions or comments right now? Shall we keep reading a little bit more? Haribol?
Yes.
Read a little bit more.
Hare
Yeah.
Krishna, Guru
I don't want to take up most of your time. I know you're all very busy there. Yes?
We can go with the comment and questions, yes.
Okay, question and comment. Someone raise their hands. Can you please take this? Yes, so I can see, or we can see, or you can see who's raised hands or have any question. Oh, there was a question. Tulsi, what was the dream? What was the dream of Guru Maharaj? So his dream actually has something to do that I should spend some time in Delhi. Okay? Did you hear that?
Yes.
And he will ask Panchagoda Prabhu. So I told him, Guru Maharaj, whatever you think is best for me, I will do as you wish, as you wanted me to do. If Guru Maharaj told me to go to North Pole to preach, I will also go. We should not think that, for ourselves. We should do our very best to follow the instructions of Guru Maharaj. Even though, yes, I must confess, I am attached to Vrindavan because I've been there for 22 years now. Then he asked me, how much time can you spend? So I says, whatever you think I should spend in Delhi. And then he told me, oh, now good, you're spending some time in Dwarka. That's part of Delhi. Even if I go like in one temple every 3 days in Delhi, that is 1 month. But I don't know what will my other fellow devotees will say. But he says, yeah, I will speak with Panchagoda Prabhu. This is where I started when I came to India anyway. I joined Delhi Temple for 5 years. Then Guru Maharaj brought me to Vrindavan. My main intention when I moved from Toronto to India is to join the 24-hour kirtan with Ayendra Prabhu. And when he saw me in Vrindavan, say, "What are you doing? What are you doing here?" I told him, "Well, I want to join 24-hour kirtan department." And then he told me, is this all you're gonna do?" So he pulled me from Vrindavan to Delhi. And then later on, after 5 years, he brought me to Vrindavan. So he can also pull me back. What can I do? We just have to please Guru. This is how we can please Krishna. Without pleasing the spiritual master, we cannot please the Supreme Lord. Is that correct?
Yes.
This is what we are praying every day. Yasha prasadat bhagavat prasado. Yasha prasadat nagati kutopi. So, but I think I will spend in between Vrindavan and Delhi, and I'm ready to do that. So that was the dream about. It's about managerial. So he was like a little worried about Delhi. Because he eventually Guru Maharaj will give up managerial duties also. Yes?
Yes.
I think it's about time now also. Why Guru Maharaj have to worry? But still, he wanted to prepare us. He wanted to prepare us like a smooth transition here. Because Guru Maharaj, hopefully he'll be with us for a longer time, but we don't know what's Krishna's plan for him. Yes?
Right, Maharaj.
Right, Maharaj.
Yeah. So whatever Guru Maharaj told us to do, we should say 100%. There is no, yes, Guru Maharaj, but. There is no but here. But means you are contradicting. You're saying yes, but at the same time, there is a contradiction. Wholeheartedly, we should give. Guru Maharaj gave his life for us. So reciprocally, we should give our life to Guru Maharaj. Okay? Any other points? Any question? Anyone there? I cannot see.
There are some questions. I think Divya Bhakti Mataji.
Okay. Yes. Divya
Right.
Bhakti from Vancouver.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble
Hare
obeisance.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
So when you were speaking, you said perform devotional service in a practical way.
Yeah.
Could you give some examples?
Well, Guru Maharaj wanted us also to, if you're a Brahmana, hold on. If Krishna is calling or Guru Maharaj, I will stop. But he's a devotee, so I can call him later. Guru Maharaj says that those initiated devotees should do some contribution to the temple. Not just your money, but also your time. Spend some time. You can sweep the floor. I was giving class the other day in Vrindavan. There is no difference between the pujari and those who sweep the floor. Bhakti service is absolute. If you don't sweep the floor, if you see some dust and some garbage and you just walk and you just let it be there, oh, someone will do it. If everyone will say someone will do it, then it will not be clean. And if the visitors who come to the temple sees that the temple is so clean, they will want to come again, and eventually they will join. It's not just like, oh, nice, Artik, the way you do. the incense, the way you do the ghee lamp, the way you do the chamara, so nice. But if the floor is so dirty, be practical. That is practical. So for those who are brahmanas, there's so many who are asking Guru Maharaj, I want to get second initiated. I want to be brahmana. But then, yes, I will do artik. I will do puja. It's good for 1, 2, 3 months. After that, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have time. I cannot do it anymore. So what is the use? Huh? We don't see them anymore. They may come. I know. Even when we come, Guru Maharaj and I remember we traveled for a long time. In the beginning, it's only Guru Maharaj and I. And some of this, they're only good in the beginning. And then after some time, we don't see them anymore. They will come only on Janmastami and Ram Navami and Gaur Purnima. No. Share the load of the temple. The temple needs. Actually, the temple doesn't need us. We need the temple. We need Krishna. Yes?
Yes.
Krishna doesn't need us. But he wants us to go back home, back to Godhead. So how we can go back home, back to Godhead if we don't share the load in the temple? No, many hands make the load, the weight lighter. So as much as possible, come to the temple as much as you can. I'm here in Dwarka. It's so nice to see so many devotees. Of course, this is India. But if you live within 10-mile radius, I don't see why you cannot come on a regular basis. Even if you live 2 blocks away, you should be able to come. Come, have darshan at least. I know some devotees, they live like 2 blocks away and you will only see them on Janmastami. Why? This is not bhakti. No, you have to do practical. You can wash the Lord's pots. That is bhakti. You can do many things. Whatever experiences you have, whatever knowledge, whatever abilities you have, try to share that knowledge or experience and help the temple. Guru Maharaj always reminds you, isn't it? Come to the temple regularly, at least once a week. And some of you did not even come. Of course, I can understand maybe you're tied up. You don't have to come on the weekends. You can come on the weekdays. Some of you are retired. You can come. And do some practical service. At home also, if you can dress the deities on a weekly basis, do it. I know some of our God brothers, God sisters, they change their deities' cloth, outfits every day, not just twice a month. If you've been doing for the last 10 years, twice a month during Ekadasi, increase your bhakti. Do it once a week. If you can do it every day, every other day, that's good. But don't remain like, only one offering. If you can make twice, one in the morning and one in the evening, do it. This is practical. How can you show your love to Krishna if you are remaining in the same platform for many years and you're not going anywhere? You will not go anywhere. It'll take many lifetimes to go back home, back to Godhead. Yes? Is that okay?
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
This is for everyone. And I'm talking also about myself. I cannot remain the same thing I'm doing every day. I'm always trying to find ways how I can improve myself in bhakti. And I'm finding it. If you are thinking about it, Krishna will help you make that become true. Krishna will give you all the opportunities to make it happen. Guru Maharaj told me once, take all the opportunity to preach. I will never forget that. So for me, it's difficult to say no. If someone asks me, Maharaj, please come. Oh, please. Oh. Of course, I have to be practical also. Otherwise, I don't want to be thinned out. You've heard that phrase, you don't want to be thinned out. You don't want to, like, you have to value also yourself. You have to take care of your health. You have to take care of yourself. Think for yourself also. So do as much as you can for Krishna, but don't neglect yourself. Then you can do more for Krishna. Okay?
All right. Hare Krishna.
Anybody else? I cannot see
Gopal Hari Prabhu.
I cannot see everyone. How come? I only see Geeta Mataji.
She's lucky.
So Maharaj, I have some
Maharaj,
questions,
Samam Kavi.
connections. Haribol.
Who's asking the question?
Gopal Haridas.
Gopal?
Yes.
Gopal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Please
you for that reading. I'm not able to attend your reading sessions every week. So
thank you, Maharaj, for inspiring us, encouraging us, and for this wonderful class. Thank you so much. And I was listening to your class, and I missed one part. You had said that Prabhupada allowed one person not to chant, but who was that person? He said, you had mentioned.
was that again?
You had mentioned one person that Prabhupada said you don't have to chant. And he said,
Oh, that's Vibhu Chaitanya Prabhu. He left his body.
oh, I see. Yes. Wow.
You know
Yes.
what? When he met Prabhupada, I told this story to the devotees in Atlanta last summer. You know what? When he met Prabhupada, he gave Prabhupada 1 rupee coin.
Oh.
We cannot buy our Guru Maharaj by how much we give, and then we don't do much in terms of practical service. Okay? There is a significance of this 1 rupee coin. He met Prabhupada, and he gave Prabhupada 1 rupee coin. What is the worth of 1 rupee materially? You cannot even buy 1 toffee. 1 rupee nowadays. It's like if you give 1 rupee to a beggar, some of the beggars, they will throw back the 1 rupee to you. I want 10 rupees. 10 rupiah. 1 rupiah nahi. You know what is the significance of 1 rupee, Prabhus and Matajis? Giving oneself to Guru 100%. From today on, Guru Maharaj, I am yours. That 1 rupee is yourself. I give you 1 rupee. That means, Guru Maharaj, today I am completely surrendered unto you. Whatever you tell me to do, I will do it. If you tell me to jump, I will ask you how high. This is 1 rupee coin, okay?
Yes. Yes.
Maharaj, are you there? think he's frozen.
Gopal Hari Prabhu.
His laptop battery might have, I think battery might have died. Hopefully, let's see.
Hare Krishna, I have to leave. I'll join later on. Thank you, Haribol. Sorry.
Gopal Hari Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhu, now Jagannath Priya Prabhu, Aditya Prabhu here, all God brother, God sister, you can you discuss about, because now August not too far, to maybe some special guest invite, then we need to prepare right now, no? The need invitation of everything preparing. Can we discuss this one?
Prabhu, if you have some update you can give, I know you've been working. Like, Garudari Prabhu, you can give some update or something. I don't have anything to discuss on that further right now.
Oh, then first we need to discuss with Aditya Prabhu, Jagannath Priya Prabhu, then maybe we bring this topic in the group.
Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Both. I'm sorry.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We got cut off. We got cut off. Network issue. Now I'm black and white now. I'm using my cell phone. Is that all right, Gopal Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Raj. I was one or two instances when I remember Guru Maharaj was on the phone and he told one devotee, this was a Russian devotee, that you don't chant. And that devotee was very ill, or those devotees were engaged in some type of activity or service that due to that combination, somehow they were not able to. And so like Prabhupada wanted to accept, Guru Maharaj also gave one or two, I remember, just one or two, but he's always encouraging us to really chant deeply and chant a lot and chant with attentively, and it's very true. So yeah, thank you, Maharaj.
See, whatever we do the whole day will reflect how we chant. Okay, like whatever we do the whole day, Krishna conscious wise, will be reflected in how we'll be able to chant both japa and especially in kirtan. Okay, because especially I know many devotees, they like kirtan, but some of them, they don't chant their japa. So how effectively would that be? Their kirtan. It's just, it doesn't have that full effect. And whenever you come to Delhi, they always have a board saying the different things that Srila Prabhupada says. And whenever I come there, I'm so much touched, especially when I see purity is the force. I mean, I was just thinking how powerful that phrase, purity is the force. I was thinking of that, to put that into my room so that, whenever I'll see that, I will be able to reflect Am I doing okay? Am I really trying for that phrase that purity is the force, or it's just like it's just a sign? No, it has so deep meaning. That sign. And I was like, I was giving the other day also, and I was becoming emotional, and then I just stopped the class because how to reach that level of purity will depend ultimately on our service attitude, and especially in our chanting the holy name of the Lord. And Guru Maharaj wanted us to come to that platform of becoming a pure devotee. It's like the teacher would want to see the student to be better than him. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
So
yes.
Guru Maharaj, his best wishes for all of us is to go back home, back to Godhead. And how we can go? All he's doing is for us to encourage us. This is the position of the spiritual master, to encourage the disciples. So it's up to us if we really want to reciprocate with that love that Guru Maharaj is giving to us. We will follow his instructions. We will do, this is what we're saying, your wish is my command. Yes?
Yes.
And that is his wish. That's his wish. When he comes to America, he wants to see us. He wants to see you, how you are faring spiritually. That love is priceless, Prabhus, Matajis. No one can give that. And he's doing it as as his duty and his love towards us. So we reciprocate with him. Okay?
Yes,
Yes,
Maharaj.
Mataji. Yes, the one. What's his name? April Fodran. Haribol.
Krishna.
Yes.
So in the past, when a couple times I was sick, I lost my voice completely. So for chanting japa,
You lost your what?
couldn't make any sound with my voice box. So for chanting japa,
speak slowly. Speak slowly.
To chant my japa, I put on Prabhupada chanting 16 rounds on YouTube and chant along in my mind. If I'm when I haven't been that. Go ahead.
I cannot. It's cutting off. You're chopping. Maybe it's me or others can hear the chopping words.
I think her question, Maharaj, is that she was lost her voice and she couldn't chant out loud. So she listened to Prabhupada audio.
And then?
So I'm saying, you said you were talking about always chanting. We have to chant so nicely, right? And we shouldn't think that we don't have to chant just because Prabhupada said that one person didn't have to chant or.
Yeah.
So I was just saying that's one way. If somebody is sick, they can put on the audio of Prabhupada and in their mind chant along with his 16 rounds. That way they don't have to miss it when they're sick, if that happens. Hopefully.
How often you get sick?
Hasn't happened in a long time.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. No problem.
Sometimes it happens.
If you get sick every day and then you said, okay, I'll just chant in my mind. No. I know some they have some chronic illness. Prabhupada says it's like during Ratha Yatra day, everyone is busy. You don't have time to chant. So Prabhupada says, if you miss your rounds, you chant the next day to make it. Okay. So maybe some other day you can divide, okay, 2 rounds additional to my 16 rounds a day, and the next day 2 more rounds. Should be like that.
Mm.
Because we're not in that position to chant within our mind and not having distracted. Because the mind always is going all over the universe, right?
Right.
So maybe one time, yeah, you can do it. You can have your japa also, the mala, with you, and try your best. Like once a year, I will lose my voice in Vrindavan due to change of season. So I will still try my best. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Sachimata Devi Dasi. Sachimata,
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Danda Pranam, all glories to Srila
take
Prabhupada,
off.
all glories to you.
Cannot see. Yes.
So Maharaj, at festival time, usually, like I have this dilemma, because as you know, we are working. So like for example, Gaur Purnima tomorrow, right? I have service tomorrow after 2 p.m. But there's a lot of service going on today also. But I went last Saturday to clean up the altar because I have to. Because my altar at home was not clean, and I had to cook bhoga for tomorrow, get grocery for Gaur Purnima. So there's always a dilemma because there's so much help needed at the temple. So what to do? Like I am giving time, and I gave time, and I'm going to be there tomorrow for service. But like I'm like half-hearted at home, because I have to clean up my altar. I have to make bhoga for tomorrow. So I am like doing service, but I want to go to the temple also, but I won't be able to make time, because there's so much to do at home for Gaur Purnima. So how do you, what should you do? I mean, is going to the temple, you should be your priority, or, cleaning?
Okay. You have a specific service at the temple that you are needed to be there?
Not today, no. Tomorrow, yes, I do. Not today,
tomorrow.
Prabhuji. Today, there are only volunteers cleaning up the temple, but I already went for 5 hours last Saturday and cleaned up the entire altar because I knew I had to clean up, because if my temple at home is not clean, that bothers me too. Because it's a festival time, I want to serve my deities at home too.
So do both if you can. You cannot do both?
Yes, I am doing both. But I'm saying yeah, but I want to be more at the temple. So yes, I am doing.
You have to take care of your babies.
No, I don't have a baby, Maharaj. I'm serving at home
the babies
too.
means your deities.
My deities at home, yes. I have to dress them up. I'm going to make bhoga at home
They
for
will
tomorrow.
cry. They will say, "Oh, Mata, where is my prasad?"
So I'm just asking, what should
it could be not as elaborate as you are doing every day for your own deities, but don't neglect your deities though. Do something for them, and they will understand. You ask forgiveness today. I'm sorry, I'm not be able to serve you properly the way I'm doing every day. So please excuse me. They will understand because the deities at home and the deities in the temple, they're the same. Okay, your deities is not lesser than the deities in the temple. So you have to take care of them also. Not as much as you are doing every day. They can understand. So ask forgiveness in that way. And then the next day you cook a big feast for them.
Yes. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Is there any more question? Uttama Radhika Mataji, do you do that also to your deities?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Yes, Maharaj, I try to do everything that's possible, change the deity dresses and serve at the temple on Tuesdays.
Good. And tomorrow is a big festival, right?
Yes, Maharaj.
Is tomorrow Gaur Purnima in America?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Here is on the 25th. So yours is 24th.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You're always ahead of us. I don't know why.
It's always like that. It's changed.
Yes. It's okay. In Prabhupada's time, only one day. If it's 25th in America, it's 25th here. Yeah, if it's Ekadasi there, it's Ekadasi here. Sometimes you travel, it's Ekadasi here. And when you land, it's also Ekadasi. So you'll be fasting twice. That's be difficult. Okay, any more questions or comments? Garuda Prabhu, you have any comment? Unmute yourself, unmute.
We have something discuss about Guru Maharaj program. First, we need to discuss Jagannath Priya Prabhu, Advaita Prabhu. Then then let you know.
Okay. Ajit Krishna Prabhu, any comments?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanvat Pranam, Goish Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. As
Hello.
always, it is just so inspiring to hear you. It is wonderful. No, this whole pastime of the 1 rupee that really hit home. Thank you so much for explaining, because I had that question lingering in my mind for a while, and I had not understood it the way you explained it today. That 1 rupee indicates or represents the self. And so even though he gave a 1 rupee donation, he basically surrendered himself.
Yeah, that is symbolized. Also, we've heard it's not what you give, it's what you keep, that Krishna sees.
So what does that mean, Maharaj?
Well, that means it's like if you are like a millionaire and you only give $100,
okay,
and you're keeping most to yourself for your sense enjoyment, then that is not really giving.
Right.
But I know you all give your life for Guru Maharaj, so that's highly commendable.
We're trying to follow it.
That is the best. Yes.
Trying to follow your footsteps, Maharaj.
Yes.
A shining example of how to give yourself in Krishna's service and Guru Maharaj's service.
We have to follow in the footsteps of our Guru Maharaj. How that letter was so amazing. That letter that we just received recently, you had all of those, right?
Yes.
If you read it again, and if you read it with your God brothers, you'll be so emotional. It's amazing how that relationship between Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj is so close. It's so close. He will not tell this to anyone, that your business is my business. Yes, we should do it. We should do what you said. He gave so many instructions in that 1 letter, especially it's meant for Grihastas and the youths.
Yeah.
Okay, I will stop here now. If that's okay with all of you, we can adjourn this meeting. Thank you all. There's a possibility that I will come ahead of time with Guru Maharaj also, so that I can spend some time with you. And I hope you'll be able to engage me as well. Planning to go to Alachua. I didn't go to Alachua last time. Alachua, that's close to Atlanta, right?
Yeah, we're looking forward.
Boise, I don't know, Boise. I will try. I will squeeze in Boise. I was there last time. Maybe I'll go to LA also. We have some God brothers I haven't seen for a long time there.
Do you plan to be in Maharaj?
Toronto, Maharaj.
Huh?
Maharaj, please come to Boise.
Oh.
Please,
Okay,
Maharaj.
I will try.
Nobody. Yeah, now Maharaj also doesn't come to Boise. At least you come, Maharaj. That will be very nice.
Okay. If I go to Boise and Alachua and LA, I may skip some places. I don't want to do that, but I will squeeze in, okay?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I will let you know my schedule later on.
Maharaj, don't skip Toronto.
Oh, Toronto? I
Yes,
don't
Maharaj.
know. Toronto is different now. But I will go because you are there, okay?
Thank you, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Maharaj, keep the New
Thank you,
Jersey also,
Maharaj.
please.
And also in Vancouver because Pretty Radhika and Shama Sundar is there. I will go. And Divya Bhakti is there. And
Maharaj,
maybe
keep-
Montreal. Prasanatma Prabhu, I missed last year. I will squeeze in. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so
Guru
much,
Maharaj,
Maharaj.
ki
Thank
jai,
you.
Srila
Hare
Prabhupada
Krishna.
ki
Thank
jai.
you, Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yes.
Hare
Happy
Krishna.
Gaur Purnima to everyone.
Jai.
You
Happy
too,
Gaur
Maharaj.
Purnima.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj.
Hare
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna,
Jai
Prabhuji.
Prabhupada.